Most B2B SaaS Google ad accounts over-index by using PMAX campaigns and throw away their budget using broad match keywords. In today's video, we will be going through a proven Google Ads campaign structure you can use for your B2B SaaS to get more pipeline. I'll break down 3 core search campaigns that set the foundation for every successful Google ad account in B2B SaaS. These 3 core search campaigns consist of a non-brand campaign, which is people looking for what you do, a branded campaign, which is for people that are looking for you specifically, and also a competitor campaign where people are looking for your rivals. Each campaign gets its own bidding strategy, its own conversion goals, and its own landing pages. For each campaign, we have recommended a set budget allocation. For the non-branded campaign, we recommend you use 70% of your budget. For the branded campaign and the competitor campaigns, you need to be looking around about 15% of your budget each. You can see the difference between each campaign by looking at the keywords themselves. For the non-branded campaign, the keywords consist of search terms where people are showing that they are looking for what you do. For a CRM platform example, the keywords would include keywords such as B2B CRM platform, sales pipeline software, and lead management software. The branded campaign would include search terms that would include your brand name itself. For the example of HubSpot, the branded campaign would include keywords that include HubSpot's name, such as HubSpot pricing, HubSpot demo, and HubSpot reviews. Finally, the competitor campaign would include search terms that include your competitors themselves. Again, for the example of HubSpot, you would look at search terms that include their competitors, such as Salesforce alternative, Salesforce versus HubSpot, and best Salesforce replacement. These keywords should be set inside tightly themed ad groups. I have shown an example here for a CRM platform. You can see for the ad group name marketing automation, it has included only relevant keywords. All of the keywords here are relevant to the ad group itself, and the same for the CRM ad group and the email marketing ad group too. Along with using themed keywords, you also want to ensure that your ads and your landing pages are also relevant. Making sure that your ads, keywords, and landing pages are all relevant to each other is very crucial because this ensures message match. Message match is one of the most important elements that ensures you get a high ROI from your Google ad. When it comes to the bidding strategy you need to be using, we recommend you start off using a max click strategy to get the volume in. And then once you have a consistent amount of more than 15 conversions per 30 days, you want to move on to max conversions and add a target CPA once you have a proven CPA. We only recommend you use the target impression share bidding strategy for branded campaigns. You can see from this image here, this would be the way that you want to progress in each campaign in regards to your bidding strategy. As mentioned earlier, we want to ensure we start off using a maximized click bid strategy and then proceed onto a max conversion strategy once you have more than 15 conversions in a 30-day cycle. For each of the campaigns, you want to progress onto a target CPA only once you have a proven CPA in your campaigns. Finally, for branded campaigns, a target impression share, ideally above 90%. I would highly recommend you use the experiments feature inside of Google Ads. What this feature allows you to do, it allows you to create a 50-50 experiment. For example, if you wanted to progress from the max conversion strategy to the target CPA, I would recommend you do a 50-50 experiment and only make a permanent change if your trial outperforms your base. A very important point to make here is that every time you change a bidding strategy, Google resets its learning period, which can take 1 to 2 weeks. So I would highly recommend you allow it 2 to 4 weeks before judging performance. Another very important point to make is that you need to be checking your search term reports daily. This is where most wasted ad spend hides. And keeping on top of this ensures you are running highly successful Google Ads. Landing pages are often overlooked in a lot of accounts. I wanted to go through a landing page checklist. We recommend you go through every time you set up a campaign. The most important element, as mentioned before, is message match. You need to ensure that your headline on your landing page mirrors your ad copy. Alongside this, we also have 6 other points that you need to tick off on your checklist. These are all fundamental and ensure you get a high conversion rate from your landing pages. So you need to make sure that your offer is understood in 5 seconds. Ensure you only have a single CTA throughout the page. You don't want to include multiple CTAs that will just confuse the visitor. Social proof should ideally be above the fold. When it comes to forms, do not have more than 3 fields on each form. Page load speed, you need to make sure this is below 3 seconds. That is non-negotiable. Finally, once a form submission has been completed, you need to make sure you write down step by step the next process. One note to add, when you are doing A/B tests, ensure you only do one A/B test per 30 days. When you run multiple A/B tests, it's very difficult to determine what was the issue. Therefore, we highly recommend you only run one A/B test at a time, starting off with the headline copy because that is the most important element on a landing page. Hopefully this has been useful to you. If you do have any questions, feel free to ask in the comments below, and see you next time.